A left by clear left to the right. Moving. One is back.
Rolls back from those punches. And they're slowly down.
What's good, guys? Prince Sports. I'm back. I got my hint water. You can see it right here. The hint water is back. Hint water king. Y'all don't believe it? Look at this. All different flavors of hint water. I told you I was back with it. But I'm also want to be back with some more boxing news. You know, the NFL is right around the corner. Boxing is still picking up some steam. Lots of good matches still got to go down and be made. And if you're wondering, will Terence Crawford face Boots Ennis? It's not going down. And I could have told you that. I've seen that a mile away, because why the hell would he want to face Boots Ennis for? Seriously, why would he want to face Boots Ennis? The guy don't got a title. He's a young up-and-coming boxer. All right? So Terence got something that he has to prove. What I mean by prove, I mean he has to increase his resume, because his resume is not on the likes of a Manny Pacquiao. It's not on the likes of a Floyd Mayweather, right? And on the way it could be on the likes of those guys is that he has to fight more premier names. He got to fight big names. He got to find a way to get some smoke with Canelo. And I know Canelo's a 168. He got to find a way to get some smoke with Jermell Charlo. And I know Jermell Charlo's a bigger fighter, but you can meet him at 154. As a matter of fact, he said after he's done with Canelo, he wants to come back down to face Crawford to get some smoke at 154. Now, me personally, Crawford is a very realistic boxer. He told you out of his mouth that, you know what, it's unrealistic for me to go to 168, right?
Oh, not at all. You know, like I said before, I've got that question many times before, and I stated then, and I'm gonna state it now. Like, Canelo is 2-weight class, 3-weight classes, 4-weight classes above me, because you don't know what way he fighting at when he fighting at it. he fighting 78, so you know what I mean. We never know what weight Canelo fighting at, but at the same time, you know, Canelo really don't interest me because of the size factor.
They make weight classes for a reason, and he's right. That's an honest truth that he said. He's right. Farthest he could go is 154. Now, he may be a victim of his own success, because if he cleans out the welterweight division, but there's no marquee names in the welterweight division, you're going to say he faced nobody, right? You're going to say his resume is still lacking. Now, if he goes up to 154 and faces Jermell Charlo, I don't know if that's still a big enough name, you know? That may be a fight that only attract the brothers. But if you want to get a big fight worldwide in boxing, what you got to do is face like a marquee name that got a big following. Like Canelo got a big following. But is Canelo really going to go down from 168, drain himself, to come down to 154 just to face Terence Crawford? He got really nothing to gain from doing that. So that fight may not even happen. So the most realistic fights for Terence Crawford is guys like Keith Thurman, right? And that's a wash of a fight, if you ask me. I think Terence Crawford mops the floor with Keith Thurman. All right? He could face guys like Tank Davis, if Tank Davis wants to move up to welterweight, but by then Terence Crawford may be a little long in the tooth. Keep in mind, he's 36 years old. He's 40-0. In order for him to even make a mark on his legacy, to put it right up there with those guys, the other welterweights, he got to beat some marquee names. Because on paper, being 40-0, being undisputed welterweight champion, all right, since they added these new belts, he got a lot of good accomplishments on his resume. But what he don't get is a very impressive opponent list. And boxing is not all about wins and losses. It's about who you face. Legacy fights. He beat his first legacy fight, right? Now he has to create another legacy fight with another big name. And that big names are guys that are just not in his divisions, sadly. They're going to have to be guys that can move up, you know. I don't see a Shakur Stevenson moving up anytime soon. But these guys are going to be future welterweights. All right? Don't make no mistakes about it. All right? These guys fighting at 135, they're going to be future welterweights. But by the time they start get popping in the welterweight division, Terence Crawford is going to be down and long in the tooth. And his legacy may be already written for itself. So the best thing I could say, Terence Crawford, for you to do, clean out the welterweight division. All right? It's the best way possible you could do. So you could just say, hey, I'm one of the greatest welterweights ever, period. Because I just mopped the floor with everybody. And I'm the undisputed champ. And if you can do it, take out Jermell Charlo. Because you're not going to get Canelo. I don't think that fight ever happened. So you could X that off. Prince Sports out. Peace.